All right, y'all tell me when. Okay, we just completed our first scrimmage of spring, about 81 plays. We worked with two groups, held Bowser out. Johnny Richardson got a little bit of work. We were very basic. It was probably 70-30 run pass. We just wanted to see who could block, who could hold on the ball, who could tackle, who could get the ball. Defensively, there was two interceptions. Brandon Adams had a interception for a touchdown. Brown had a really good interception too. We did some special teams work. We really focused on punt protection. We had a punt block for a touchdown last year that probably cost us the game, so we wanted to make sure and spend time this spring on that. So far, so good. Did a little field goal work within the scrimmage, not live, but our guys got a chance to show what they could do with that. But overall, no major injuries, which is always a good deal when you put the ball down. But just first scrimmage, overall, it gave us some really good information, got everybody a chance to show what they could do. Questions?
Coach, for a first scrimmage, did either side and one of the other side have the advantage today, offense or defense?
I think the offense started out in the first half. I think they scored 2 or 3 times and had some explosive plays, was able to run the football. In the second half, it was probably more the defense winning and, did a really good job, had some 3 and outs and, got off the field. So, I think it was really good on both sides.
You mentioned focus on running the ball in the scrimmage. You wanted to see who could block. So how did that blocking go?
Yeah, that just big picture and looking at everything, trying to call plays and administrate. Overall, I thought it was solid. It gave us a chance to see who could tackle. And, the first time it's scrimmage from a defensive standpoint, that we've been quick whistling and bump tempo and all that. There's nothing like getting a chance to really bring somebody down. So, our tackling, I know Coach T will keep working on that. We were really good at tackling last year. I feel like we'll be the same. But first scrimmage is also a learning experience, and it gives a chance to see some of the young guys, maybe they didn't play as much, to see where they're at. It's hard to kind of single out any one guy defensively, or really even offensively, but there was some explosive runs in the run game, especially early in the scrimmage.
I know when you begin spring, you usually start with an initial depth chart, guys who return or whatnot.
Yeah.
Is today a day where you start to analyze it, maybe move a guy up or down?
Yeah, I think in the spring it's who wants opportunities, So you give them 3. You operate in 3 groups starting out spring, and then you narrow it down to 2, and then guys get a chance to prove themselves. And spring's always a good opportunity too. You may have a guy that's working with the 2s that had a good scrimmage and a chance to work with the 1s. A lot of times, people respond differently when they're with the 1s. And so really hoping off the film, some of the guys really, showed that they deserve a chance. So that's really, what I'm hoping for after watching the film.
Coach, how have you seen Mikey Keene grow and develop since the Gasparilla Bowl?
Yeah, Mikey's, he's a veteran guy. He got a chance to start, 9 games and won a big bowl game, so he kind of knows what it feels like. He's very comfortable with the things we're doing, you can see. And, he's helped the other quarterbacks too.
You mentioned Brandon Adams had a pick 6 in scrimmage. He was a freshman that made some starts last year. And how has he developed?
Yeah, I've been real pleased with him. Last year, being a true freshman, he gave some quality snaps and did a really good job. And, now he's a veteran guy. He's no longer a freshman. I think it was a 3rd down and kind of long, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. He made a good pick, and he returned it to the house. So that was a really good explosive defensive play.
When you say Isaiah Bowser was held out, was that part of talking about treating him like a pro? And
You got it. He chose to come back. He won't get tackled this spring, and we're going to be very smart with him. Now, he's doing a whole lot of the bump tempo stuff, and he's improved. You can tell, and it's all about him staying healthy, like we talked about. But he's had a great spring. Johnny Richardson's a guy too that we gave him a few carries, very explosive runs. I'd say he's better than he was last year too at this point, and so Johnny's a lot more confident. This time last year he was kind of feeling himself through and all that. Now he's a really confident running back, and Coach Harris gave all his other guys a chance. Mark Anthony got a lot of carries. Anthony Williams got a lot of carries. Our true freshman got a lot of carries. So it was good to see those guys. And I think for the most part, I can't remember a ball on the ground. So, we were really good at protecting the ball from a running back standpoint last year. So, that's continued so far.
Players have mentioned that they like what they see from the offensive line. I see your shirt there. What do you
Yeah.
like about having Sam Jackson back
Yeah.
and what it brings to your offensive line?
Yes, Sam Jackson, another guy that chose to come back, and he got limited reps. I mean, we had him at left tackle. He also played a little bit of center, which, he's capable of playing all 5 positions. But, he played the first part of the scrimmage and not the second. I mean, that was by design too. But, the good thing that Coach Hand has right now is I can tell you right now we're going to have quality depth. And that's real important. Right now, he's trying to mix and match, give our guys opportunities, not just to play different positions, but to play with different groups. And so really hoping by the end of the spring we kind of have things sorted out. But the good thing is, we got a lot of guys that can play.
Is Coach Hand, is he a guy that typically wants to roll with the same 5 if he can, or if he feels like he has quality depth, he can rotate through the course of the game?
You'd like the same 5 working together. But at the same time, if you got quality depth, you can play different guys. We've always kind of went into each season. If we got 3 tackles, 3 guards, and 2 centers, you got a real chance. So, we're trying to develop that here this spring.
The kicking, how is Daniel Barcy coming along, and what were the distances for the kicks?
Yeah, Daniel. I think I can't remember. I think we had 2 field goals during the scrimmage. I mean, he's done a solid job. You can tell he's a more confident guy. That bowl game did wonders. He helped us win the game. And the year before, he had a tough go of it. And so he's a real confident guy. Our freshman Boomer. I mean, he's challenging him now. I mean, he's putting some pressure. So there's some really good competition with those 2 guys. Daniel got a chance after practice. I think we put the ball 45 yards and got everybody up. And if he misses, everybody gets 10, including coaches, and a little pressure with that. And he made it. And so we'll give Boomer a chance next time we scrimmage, and we'll check his oil and see what he's about too.
Coach, you said 2 groups. Did all the quarterbacks play within those 2 groups? And if so, what's your assessment?
Yeah. Mikey and John Rice primarily rotated with the 1s and also did some 2s. Thomas got a chance really in the second half of the scrimmage to work with the 1s and the 2s. Parker also got a chance at the end to work with the 2s, and I think he may have got one with the 1 too. But we let Thomas and Parker go live, and that was good, and give them guys a chance to show what they can do and play real football. We may let the other 2 go live before the end of the spring. We'll see where we're at.
I know John Rice hadn't been a full-time quarterback prior to coming here this spring for the last 18 months. So how's he kind of jumped in and adapted to being a quarterback again?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, first of all, he's really talented, all right? And then sometimes you can see he hadn't played quarterback in a year, so it takes a little bit, but he's really desperate to be good. He's desperate to be good at the little thing. He sticks around after practice working on the little things. Of course, Mikey does too, and, it's good to have those quarterbacks that, are desperate to be the best they can be.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Clelin Davis, who hopes to be drafted this April. What do you have to say about him just as a player and a person?
He's a impact player. I mean, he got a chance to play at the next level for a long time. He's very explosive. He plays the run well. He's got unbelievable instincts. Pass rushing. I mean, he's a great pass rusher, especially on the man side. He's got great instincts. I can't say enough good things about him. You can tell that, he was a linebacker in high school, and now he puts his hand down. He's got instincts. He's very quick, and he's explosive as all get out. So he'll play a long time.
You've got 3 receivers with significant experience, obviously, with O'Keefe, Flash, and Kobe Hudson last year at Auburn. Is there a 4th guy that's maybe starting to emerge that, maybe doing well?
Griffin's had a good spring. I mean, he acts like he's a starter. I mean, he's different, and so I've been real proud of him. Jordan is a guy we're giving an opportunity to show what he can do. Amari Johnson the same way. And O'Keefe, we're treating him real similar too now. I mean, he had played a lot of snaps last year. Gatewood, Joey's a guy that we moved to receiver last week, and he's got a real chance. And so I'm excited to see his development. With that, and so the good thing is we got a lot of different guys to give us some depth.
When you looked back at the injuries of the previous season, has it changed your approach to strength and conditioning in this season?
No, most of the guys that got hurt either got here really late okay, or had some pre-existing things, to go. So, I feel great about, what we're doing in strength and conditioning. You can tell, like, we look the part. We look different than we did last year at this time. And, we passed the eye test. That's probably the best way to put it. But no, I feel really good about our speed and development.
Obviously, Joey Gatewood would be a really big target at receiver. What's the learning curve, going from quarterback to receiver, and how are his hands?
Yeah, he's got great hands. He's got unbelievable hands. In high school, he played half quarterback and half receiver and kick returner, and he was just a dynamic player. So, but it's college football. It takes a while. Where to get lined up? Hey, what's the coverage? Hey, what do I adjust? Who do I block? There's a lot of little things. But the good thing, he's played quarterback, so he understands how things work together. So, it won't be that bad of a learning curve for him. He's already stood out and done some really good things.
How does this spring camp feel different to you than your first here?
No, it's just because we didn't know our players and our coaches were getting used to each other, and now it's completely different. We got a really good understanding of our core guys, what they can and can't do to work on specific things to help them. And, and the staff has been together all, and we've done a good job with the two guys that we brought in. They've done a super job meshing with our staff.
And you see that from your returning players as well,
Oh,
more
yeah.
buy-in and more
Yeah,
understanding?
Yeah, they're starting to be the leaders, the standard, the players are the ones setting the standard. The coaches, I don't hear them near as much about trying to, motivate somebody to effort-wise or standard, just more the players. And that gives you a chance. When you get that, you got a chance. And so that's one of the things I'm most excited about.
Coach, kind of nearing the halfway point of everything. What's kind of the schedule looking like? Are you working towards another scrimmage on Saturday, or would you kind of move that
we'll
around?
do something Saturday in the stadium, okay? We're going to kind of see where we're at with everything. So we will do some type of practice. It won't be full-fledged scrimmage. We'll probably hold those for the last two Saturdays, but we will do something to get better.
Last time you wore Isaiah Bowser, today you're wearing Sam Jackson. How many more shirts are you going to wear
Hey,
this spring?
as many guys we have, is what we'll do. And those two guys are two of the better football players we got, and just really excited to wear their shirts. And so we'll see who else has one.
How has Coach Lindsey moved into your coaching staff and fit in with players?
Well, he already knew most of our staff already. He's worked with me. This is the third different place. So, he's so good with quarterbacks and relationships and just the whole offense. I've been gone a lot, up to this, with the spring with some different off the field things. And, our offense hadn't missed a lick, and he's done a super job.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you all.
Sorry about your problem.